This week in North Texas, you have the opportunity to experience a night with Janis Joplin, and we welcome Kelly McIntyre on board. I'm going to say good morning because I work the morning show. Good afternoon. And she plays Janis Joplin. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Big shoes to fill. Talk about the process, stepping into it. I mean, this is a performance of a lifetime.
Yeah, definitely. She was, larger than life, a huge powerhouse vocal, and just a really outspoken and very loud woman herself. So definitely big shoes.
Is she your favorite rock and roller? I mean, what about? I mean, you're impersonating Janis Joplin. I mean, like we said, big personality. I mean, you've got to love her. But is she your favorite?
I think so, especially with the women. I just think that she, is such a trailblazer and really, made it easy for women to just be themselves and be loud and proud and rock and roll.
No, that's true. And as we were talking about before, you're originally from Boston, but we know that Janis Joplin is a Texas native.
Yep.
Is it kind of intimidating? I mean, she's a Texas jewel. I mean, is it kind of intimidating? I mean, you're doing it right here in Fort Worth, Bass Hall. What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's intimidating for me. I've never been to Texas, or this is my first time being in Texas.
Welcome aboard. I'm kind of new too.
But the show has been here before, but we're just excited for people, from her hometown or around there to see the show.
Oh my goodness, that's you right there.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it? Is it tea? What do you do before? Because I mean, she has that, amazing raspy voice that's so signature of her. I mean, how do you manage? I mean, that's got to be tough.
Yeah, a little bit tough. It's mostly just tiring, and we travel every single day, so it's a little tiring, but there are a lot of tricks of the trade that I've learned over the years, so
can you share them? Can you give us? I'm sure there are people out there aspiring to do what you do.
Right.
Tell us.
There it is. Yeah, I mean, it's just ways that you place, certain words and notes in your voice. So once you learn to master those, it becomes a little bit more of a muscle, some muscle memory.
Because I think about Pitch Perfect in the nose, right? You don't want that to happen to you.
No,
right?
no.
Okay, so big Janis Joplin fan. You got to give us your favorite song, and then tell us what the show is like, because we want to know what kind of songs you're going to be singing.
Yeah. Well, my favorite song to do is definitely "Cry Baby." That's my personal favorite.
Oh yes,
there you go.
I love that.
But it's always fun to do the classics that everyone knows, like "Piece of My Heart" and Bobby McGee. We do all of them, so you'll definitely hear your favorite, whatever it is. And the show's more like a concert, less of a musical, and more of set in a concert. And Janis kind of takes the audience through stories of her childhood and her family and her musical inspirations, and then those women who she mentions join her on stage, like Aretha Franklin and Bessie Smith. So you'll see everyone. There's genres for everyone involved.
No, I love that, rocking it out. And so Janis Joplin, I mean, did you learn anything about this when you take on her persona, things that maybe the public don't know, that you didn't know before?
Yeah, the show's filled with facts that I think people didn't know before. She was a painter, she was an artist, extremely well-read and intellectual, and people are always happy to find out that her childhood growing up was similar to just yours and mine. She was a very, had a very normal childhood growing up, and she loved her family, and you find out a lot of cool facts about her from the musical. So
that's exciting. I know that people are excited to see it now that you're back. And so, like all musicians, though, who die young, the legacy gets enhanced. Do you believe in this case that it's deserved?
Oh, 100%. I think that, a lot of people looked up to Janis at the time, and especially women in music today. She became famous at a time where it was hard for women to become famous. So I think that she was a big trailblazer in that sense, and I think that her legacy is definitely well deserved. No,
it's beautiful, and I love her music. And I think, Jesse, were you playing some Janis Joplin earlier? I don't know, I heard somebody with a strong voice. No, it's really exciting. Thank you so much for joining us, Kelly.
Thank you.
And once again, welcome to Texas. And a night with Janis Joplin is in Fort Worth for only one night tonight at Bass Hall. For ticket information, go to basshall.com. Then it returns to North Texas, at the Eisman Theater in Richardson on Friday. For tickets to that show, you go to eismancenter.com. Pretty easy there. Thanks again, Kelly.
Thank you.
Well, the Oscar nominee